For anyone who has investments through operations, suppliers, buyers, or other business partners in China, this information is for you. I would like to share my thoughts on integrity due diligence, one of the many forensic compliance offerings provided by Grant Thornton. Over the course of my 20-plus years in the China market, I've come to appreciate the value of conducting integrity due diligence and why it's a vital part of the overall due diligence process. Like doing business in any developing country, evaluating the background, activities, and overall reputation of your target companies or counterparts is an essential step that is often overlooked. Through the integrity due diligence process, one may be able to detect in advance any possible corruption or other reputational issues before committing to a new business relationship. And this process helps to address potential risks to your investment decision. Simply stated, integrity due diligence findings may influence a decision whether to go forward, reconsider, or even stop a deal. In my experience, I've seen all three. An integrity due diligence investigation often begins with collecting basic information about the subjects of the investigation. Their names, titles, positions, and job descriptions, along with any other information that can be provided by the client. The next step is to search public records for the subject's names or other personal details, using keyword searches based on other information already in hand. These public record searches can uncover information about the subject's education, their job history, or even their associations. This phase of the engagement may also reveal involvement in public cases or with known criminal or political exposed organizations. Occasionally, information revealed in the public record searches will call for human source inquiries by knowledgeable persons in the subject's industry or someone with knowledge of associations with whom the subject is involved. Sometimes persons with direct knowledge of the subject and their activities may be discreetly interviewed. Integrity due diligence uses a combination of public record searches, human source inquiries, and in-house industry knowledge or domain expertise to provide solutions to clients. At all times, integrity due diligence professionals should be aware and knowledgeable of the environment in which a project is proceeding, knowing what procedures are allowed under the local law and which sources are most reliable. Each operating environment is unique, and working with a reputable firm can guarantee that the information is valid, reliable, and collected legally and ethically. It's important for companies planning to enter China, whether by acquisition or by a joint venture agreement, as well as those with existing operations in China, to understand what risks are posed by their business and their integrity issues. These issues may impact deal conditions, valuation, and operations after the sale. They may result in unforeseen costs. From the MNC perspective, they present the risk of broad reputational damage, both in China and overseas. So to resolve these problems before they begin, an integrity due diligence investigation will allow you to discover information that would indicate whether you and your brand is subject to any of these risks. There is a variety of information clients wish to know regarding prospective business partners in China. First, the business history, their track record, and the reputation of the principals. Next, any red flags such as involvement in corruption, bribery, fraud, or other crimes. It is also important to be aware of political relationships and political support and any use thereof, especially in China. Also, hidden influencers over a company, such as hidden shareholders or political figures. Finally, knowing in advance undisclosed business interests or conflicts of interest can intercept corruption before it becomes a real problem, but too late to easily correct. I once was asked by a client to conduct an integrity due diligence search on all of the managers and above of a local company before a JV was to take place. My team discovered through the combination of public searches and conducting discrete source inquiries that 3 of the managers were also working for a competitive firm in a part-time capacity. Needless to say, the evidence prompted immediate client actions, and the situation would have been much worse if a simple IDD search was not conducted. I always advise my clients that a few pennies spent in the pre-transaction due diligence process can save a few dollars once the deal has been finalized after you are stuck with the business partner. As I mentioned, integrity due diligence is one of the many offerings within the suite of services that are available to your organization. Other services such as event monitoring, fraud investigations, FCPA anti-corruption compliance, forensic accounting support, technology, and e-discovery services, as well as cybersecurity, are also recommended to support your strategies in China.